time for the dungeon that most people fear the most. The Water Temple. But before we can even get to the Water Temple, we must first head to Zora's domain. I was hoping maybe the picture would be a bit stable, but I guess it kind of goes in and out a little bit. As I alluded to before, this TV was made in 1983. So dare I say that any TV made today will last to the year of... Let me do some quick math. Where am I going? So let's see, if a TV made today lasts as long as this one, then that means that it would be able to last until the year 2067. Or would it be 2067 at that point? Yeah. It's always such an accomplishment when I'm able to do it all in one go like that. It's not the rock. I do like the idea that when you come back to this area as an adult, it's easier to be able to jump over these ledges. The only problem is that Cuckoo isn't here, so I don't think I can get to the heart piece. Let me guess. There is a chill in Zora's domain. An arctic wind is blowing from Zora's river. Feels like the equivalent of...
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Anybody gets that reference? It's me trying to do my best. I believe it was Andy Serkis that said that line, if I remember correctly. Kind of a fascinating thing. It just seems like most of the major roles I know him for, he's made up in a whole bunch of CG, so I'm like, has there ever been anything Andy Serkis has been in where it's just Andy Serkis? Because everybody, I think, knows him for the role of Golem. He was also Snoke in the Star Wars sequels, or shall we say the Disney versions, as I know there's a lot of people that don't consider them canon. I also know him as Captain Haddock in the criminally underrated The Adventures of Tintin. And what else? Well, I do know he also directed a version of The Jungle Book. I'm not sure if he starred in it in any ways. But after reading Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, I can definitely say the Andy Serkis version is a lot closer than the Disney version. Zora's Fountain. At this point, Jabu Jabu is dead. If I remember correctly, yeah. And then there's also one at the bottom of the lake, I want to say. Feel the camera vibrate. I guess they just wanted to throw that in there just as a little bit of a, hey, you know, we want to help you out sort of thing. Oops. Thankfully you don't get cold damage from this. Gotta go a little more to the edge so it'll bump up a little bit. There we go. The ice cap. My jar's full. Okay, I got 1 and 2. That's good. Ow. Gotta be careful with these, otherwise they will do that. Fascinating that they drop bombs. Oh, there's another one over there. I wonder if bombs are the most effective way to kill them. Although if I had the fire arrows, that probably would help out a lot too. With all the tunic changes, I would have liked to have been able to see Link in some sort of parka or just something warmer than this tunic. Because I get the feeling it's going to be quite cold in here. Oh. Straight ahead. And I also see there's a spatula on the wall. Can't just let that go. Now, where's the last one? Would it be easier if I took a look from this angle? No. Sometimes a different perspective can be worth a lot. I think I'm outside of the range, but why worry about it if I don't have to? Well, I never think about it before, but how well do these guys deal with the hammer? It's hammer time! Yeah, it's about as effective as the sword, but it's with a war hammer. Okay. There's the blue fire. I thought there was something more to it than that. Is it because I'm wearing the red tunic? Like, I thought the blue fire froze her. Leave me alone! Ah! Not quick enough. Maybe I should just bring out the bow and arrow for this, because I don't think I'm going to be quick enough with the butcher shot. Yeah, of course. Okay. Not this time. Yeah! I'm able to get a long shot like that. I'm reminded of... I wish I could remember the name of them, but they were a group in Avatar: The Last Airbender, where basically they were a very elite group of archers, where their main claim to fame is they were able to stick a fly on the wall from like 20 meters away, something crazy like that, without killing it. Dang it. Yeah, I think the sword is more effective in all honesty. Okay, what do we got? Probably the map, I'm guessing. I was trying to think if this was complicated enough to have a map, and the answer is yes. You got a blue flame in a bottle. Blue fire. I'm just kind of thinking about it, but is that what you can get from the store? Like you can just buy that for 300 rupees? Maybe that is the case. Yeah, either way. Part of me gets the feeling I should have gotten the fire arrows before coming in here, but whatever. Now, let's open up some doorways here. Okay, so we got. You missed. Ah, yes. I remember this puzzle. In the immortal words of Horace, I don't like you, Jasper. There we go. Do I get any rewards? It's like having the hover boots on. Am I close enough? Yes! Come on, I'm right on top of it. I think this one I can just grab on my own, right? Jump. Alright. Right, that's not gonna help me out any. Need to get to the blue fire for that one. I think if I just slide this one this way. Yes. Thought he would automatically climb, I guess not. Be careful, don't slide off. If I do it right, I might just be able to reach it from here. Yes! Probably just be easier if I start over. Probably can't cheese it this way, I don't think. Nope. That might catch it. Whoops. Nah, I won't. Dang, I was hoping that little wedge would... Maybe this is the way. Yes, this looks right. I get the feeling I cheesed that so bad, but well, it worked. Yeah, right. Before getting out of here, I think I should get another blue flame. Just in case. I can't, I'm thinking there's a door up ahead that needs it. I think I can jump from here, right? Yes. I didn't want to climb, I wanted to push it. And then let's see. Yes. Is this too far over? Might be. If I push it this way. It's not over enough, is it? Let's try it before we cancel out the idea outright. Maybe. Once again, feel like I cheesed it, but it works. Yes, this was the area I was thinking of. This is the layer of the boss. Something so science fiction looking about this one. So let's see, if I do this right, I can actually do it in one hit. I love that. Just out of curiosity, does anybody remember the Lego Arctic Expedition set? This is very much what this room reminds me of. Kind of the idea that obviously it's ice, but yet there's something very scientific about it rather than, say, Necron making his ice palace. Get the iron boots. I guess I just always called them the heavy boots. We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick sheet of ice. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice. She left to head for the water temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move, like a river flows and never ends. The childish mind will turn to noble ambition, young love will become deep affection. The clear water surface reflects the growth. Now, listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. Have learned the serenade of water. Link, I'll see you again. If memory serves me correctly, that's the closest he ever gets to actually seeing Sheik. Just in case, I'm a little paranoid after what happened at the Forest Temple. Yep, it's a good thing that Link doesn't have to worry about hypothermia. You can't breathe underwater. If you start choking, take off the boots. Now, before I head back, I need to get to one last jug of the blue flame. I don't know why I was going to say water. I guess I'm just a little thirsty. Figured it had to be one way or the other. Go. There we go. In the immortal words of the Mandalorian, this is the way. It was always the crazy thing when that show came out, is one of the phrases I would say all the time is, such is the way, and everyone's just like, no, the line is the way, this is the way. And because I didn't know what the Mandalorian was at the time, I'm just like, what are you talking about? Dang it! No, come on! I wonder. Feels like I was starting to harness my inner George C. Scott there. Ah, my God! I don't see any point in picking up that heart, because I just know that it's going to cause me more harm than good. I'm trying to remember what other famous George C. Scott lines there are. I'm not gonna lie, most of what I know him for comes from various scenes from Patton. And I think one of them, it's just like, we're gonna use their intestines that grease those tank treads. And then, well, other than that, all I can think of is, well, most of the lines he had in The Rescuers Down Under. I didn't make it all the way through 3rd grade for nothing. And, well, probably one of his most notable lines. I wish I could remember the movie. I want to say it was one of his first acting gigs, where he's just like, you owe me money! And of course, there's his immortal work in The Exorcist 3. It is not in the vial! It is not! I find that's the big thing, is if you want to do a shorthand of George C. Scott, you gotta get that sort of gruffness. That's honestly kind of hard to do. I mean, for me, I do that voice for too long, I'm gonna just start having one of those throaty coughing fits. Coffee. And I think it's another one of those, I wish I knew what movie it was from, but one of the more immortal lines is, I guess the bad guy was just trying to destroy his psyche, so he showed him the day that his daughter got murdered or whatnot. So he's just there going, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. I still like one of the comments, I think said it right, is nobody has a meltdown like George C. Scott. Oh, I come back to life. Is it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. You got the blue tunic, probably my personal favorite in the game, so it won't fit the kid. I'm sure everybody has like their own preferred playstyle for Link. For me, I'd say the hero of time is clad in a blue robe, carrying an indestructible claymore, while having boots that allow the hero to hover momentarily. There's the shop. Okay. Let's keep going. Actually, I'm just thinking about it, but I don't need Epona to get to the water temple now, do I? Seems too easy. Oh well. I wonder. Let me see, how did it go? Ooh. I got 20 Sculptulas. I'm gonna go check on that first. Let's see what the reward is. I think it's gonna be the Stone of Agony, which unfortunately does not work with my particular version of the game. Yep. If you equip the Rumble Pack, it will react to nearby secrets. And it was one of those things that took the longest time for me to figure out, as, well, always had the generic brand Rumble Pack and memory card, but yeah. It does look an awful lot like the official one, wouldn't you say? Be nice to be able to enable that feature, but whatever. After all, I don't even think you can touch this game for under 20 bucks these days, and that's... I think that's how much it was. It was 2,000 Wii points to buy this, and... 1,000 Wii points, I believe, was 10 bucks. So, yeah, Ocarina of Time, as well as all the N64 classics, were 20 bucks. Wonder if they still do that with the Switch. Before going any further, I get the feeling that I should... Oh. It's raining. Probably I'm not going to be able to see the sun. Hell, dive! Alright. The immortal words of Anakin Skywalker. This is where the fun begins. Yes, I'm well aware. Now I do remember that when I played... I want to say it was called the Secret Palace. They had this nice feature where you could enable and disable the boots with the press of a button. However, here in the original version, you have to keep switching back and forth on the menus. Alright. Let's see if I can do this in under 4 hours. I never timed this, but I always get lost. And I'm still trying to figure out what the best technique to take down Shadow Link is. So I know right there is the boss room. Is there any doors up here I can do? Nope. Next time I must go to the bottom. Can't pull that brick out until I raise or lower the water level. I want to say I go this way. And that is where I will find Princess Ruta. Probably need the long shot for that. And back down. And back up. And just repeat that ad nauseum. Although as much as a lot of people hate the water temple, myself kind of included, a lot of people tell me it's one of the best levels when you start learning how to speedrun. Oh, you. If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancée, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forget the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now's not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Sora's domain totally frozen over. A young man named Sheik. Aha! I still could never really tell. Is Sheik supposed to be a man, woman, or some sort of non-binary in the middle? But there we go. Young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I wanted to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, woman who is going to be your wife. Think you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly. I'll try. But I get the feeling you disappear right after this. Definitely want to bomb that wall. In the immortal words of Kenny Loggins, this is it. It's probably going to lower it all the way. So I'm not really sure how I can get to that bombed out wall. I know I can. Yeah, let's go this way. That was close. What do we got? Let me guess, either the map or the compass. Because I know which room has the long shot in it. Because it is such a difficult thing for me to be able to get on any playthrough. Although last one, I think I developed a technique that may work against the boss, but we shall see. Darn. Well, I'm not supposed to get up there unless I just raise the levels part way. Thank goodness there's only 2. The game intends for me to kill these things with the hook shots, so I'm going to do it just like that. Probably a key then. Excellent. Figured that door wouldn't stay open very long. So the temple has completely dried up. And I hear the Tektite jumping. I need the heavy boots for this. I was about to say, there's one of those clams, I'm sure. And you gotta love how there's a bit of a blood splatter after you kill these things. Once again, there's just so many moments in this game where it's like, how did this get an E rating? Probably too far away for me to get to, isn't it? Figured it was worth a shot at least. Can't shoot through the bars. Not much of anything in this room, is there? Well, at least the clam's not coming back. And back up. Now let's see, are there any other open doors? I'm gonna guess I need to push this block. Am I gonna have to grab it from another door, or is it just gonna fall down? Okay. And back up. I get the feeling the commentary is going to be rather light in this episode, as this is a very cerebral temple. There was a lot of thinking. Just the one with the water spout in the middle. Watch out for that Tektite. Oh no, not the raging whirlpool. Wait a second. There's something in the dragon's mouth. Maybe, just maybe, if I could put the heavy boots on this platform, I might be able to reach it. Yes. Probably better just go up to the surface before they kick me out. There we go. Ah, that's just how you get out of there. Okay. Well, let's get the key at least. And as the Gorons have told me, use the special crop. That should give me plenty of time. Now I just have to get onto the surface. looks like that's basically about all that's in this room. Yes. I'm happy I got here because now I've gotten 2 keys. Once I have that Tektite's probably going to get on top of the water spout. Oh, good. Just to be sure, is there anything down there? Just the Tektite. Okay. Nothing there. So go back up. Oh dear. Hope I can get out. Gotta love that upper arm strength to be able to carry both him and the heavy boots. Now, don't think I went this way just yet. Ah yes, that's the way that needs the long shot. Not gonna be of any help to me as of yet. And that should be all 4 of the doors. Not to be confused with the band with Van Morrison. Or is it Dan Morrison? Okay, for those of you that are big fans of the Doors, can you help me out? Who is the lead singer of the Doors? I know it's something Morrison. Thankfully, most of the stuff is close together so I can actually see. If I raise the water level part way, I might be able to bomb out that one wall, actually. Yes. First, let's see what's underneath. What mysteries lie below the surface? Touchdown. Not to be confused with a game of American football. Right, but it's gonna let the clams in. Interesting. Let's see. What is above? I feel like I'm just breaking the game here. Okay, so basically I had to kill all those enemies so I could rise into this area. At least I'm gonna guess it's this one. Looks right. Let's see, what do we got? Another key. Yeah! Looks like that's it for this area. Gonna go back to where the princess was in the ground level. But in order to go down, I must first go up. Should have figured as much. Okay. Now just figure out which door it is. I got one of 4 guesses. Probably this one, since it has the torches. Yes. Just let me see if I can hook shot up to that area. No. Would I like partially jump after I did the POV shot? Yes. That is the wrong one. I didn't want to jump it. Alright, I've got keys. Now I gotta reach the water level. Wonder what that one does. Probably need the long shot for it, right? Yep. Definitely not. Not reaching out the regular hook shot. Let's see, are there any doors in this column? That's where I came from. Let's go this way. Doesn't hurt to get some extra hearts. Goron special crop. I don't think I'm going to need the Ocarina much for this section. Oh. But this has to be the compass. Okay. Now I want to go down. Just not on the spikes. They won't kill me, but they will hurt. A lot. Alright, so I've got the compass. I've got 3 keys. It should be good for exploring the rest of this temple. Okay, I think that's about all I can do in this area. Open the door! You could probably also hit it with an arrow, but it's more fun to bomb things. Oh, come on! That's why I remember the tech type being on the water spout. You will pay for this! Okay, this time I'm using the arrow. So the door is here. Slam. And then this raises the water level back up, don't it? Do I want to? Suppose for the moment I will. This is it. Okay. Let's see if any of the techniques I figured out will work. I'm gonna wait for this platform to lower a little first. And get a little closer. There we go. Oh. Huh? Is this the room I'm thinking of? Perhaps there's just an extra step I completely forgot about. Spiders are so annoying. I'd rather not be eaten by this thing, thank you. Okay. Here we go. Let's try this. Yeah, there you are. I've heard some people say the hammer is a good trick. And I'll just go with the technique I know of. Nope. There we go. Maybe it causes more damage that way. Okay, so the hammer trick, I guess, sort of worked. Whatever. The point is, I got him! A long shot. It's an upgraded hook shot. It extends twice as far. Because I always remember forgetting this last part. I know that sounds a bit like an oxymoron. I always remember forgetting this part, but I do. There were so many times where I played this, maybe the first 5 or so times around, I'm just like, where's that last key? And then it's down here, behind Shadow Link. It's at the end of the tunnel, I'm sure. Just gotta stay away from the raging whirlpool. Come on, there we go. Come on! Hitting it, aren't I? Get on platform, there we go. That's the wrong button. Last second. Oh, yes, I remember this room now. Excellent. I just need to figure out where on earth the boss key is. Probably want to go all the way up to the top. Boss room. I think I know where I need to go. second level, isn't it? Yes. It would appear so, wouldn't it? And this is just the way to go back outside again, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now just to remember which end. I'm gonna guess it's this one. Just have to raise the water level. Well, lower the water level to raise the water level. Well, it was a guess at least. I don't have this map that memorized. So we just have to rise to the surface. Rise! Someone figured I wasn't high enough. Gotta get more weed! Couldn't resist. I do not endorse such things. I just say that for the lulz. I guess therein lies a bit of a debate for you. Do you say LOL or do you say LOL? I guess it just kind of depends on the context for me. Oh, thank goodness, I was worried I was going to take some fall damage. I feel like on an ordinary day, I'd basically just say, oh, that's funny. But then again, I guess that's just kind of speaks to how old I am. So we got it to the second level. I'm kind of reminded of a bit of a contest I had with a friend of mine many years back. So both of us had a Wii, and both of us had the virtual console versions of Ocarina of Time. We had a bit of a contest to see which one of us could beat the game first. According to my friend, he was able to beat the water temple in about like 3 hours. Took me a few days. He definitely beat me in the contest, so much to the point that he actually showed me how to defeat Ganondorf. Wow, another close call again. However, I was able to beat him when we started to move on to Majora's Mask. And herein lies where the brick needs to go. Okay, let's go up. And at this point you need the long shot anyway, so I could really just place that thing anywhere. Right, because I need to go back in order to push the block in the right place. I am so looking forward to getting the Big Goron Knife. Because I believe you can actually take out these Tektites in one hit. Am I on the right level? Oh. No, I'm not. Photo finish. Okay, not as photo of a finish as it was last time. So now, all I just have to do is push it into the corner. And then this has to be the boss key. And here I thought this was going to be easy. Okay, I suppose let's check the map. I suppose I'll need to get into that room. But how? In here I thought I had this down pat. I'm just like, see, all I just need is to get into this room, and then that's the boss key, and then I'll beat the final boss of this dungeon. Reminds me of an old internet meme. Nope. Chuck Testa. If anybody at all is familiar with that one, that's a bit of an old one. Have I gone in this one? I feel like I've gone in all of them at this point. I wonder if the hammer would be any more effective. Probably not. So I need to go down a level. And that's assuming I have the water set to the right spot. It'd probably be easier if I just set on the heavy boots now. Yes, I know they're called iron boots, but I, as well as probably everybody else, calls them heavy boots. Oh, yes, it's all coming together now. However, oh, no, this is at the right level. Yes. Ah, yes. This is a fun one. Gotta make sure I don't fall inside the raging whirlpools. Get away from me. Okay. What on earth was that noise? But if I drop down, I'm not gonna go to the right spot. Is this the way? Never give up. Trust your instincts. Wow, 2 in a row. Is that all of them? I get the feeling this is only a temporary solution. Aha, I was about to say, it would appear I need a brick of some kind. And there it is. Well, at least they got bombs. Running quite low on arrows, though. Yeah, boy. Gotta figure out how to get on the other side of this thing to push it. I was gonna say, I hope that gives me a way out of here. No, 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 no! I'm stuck. Go. Ow. So how on earth do I get in there? There must be some place to grapple on, right? If I stay below the water, at least I'll be safe. No. Let me guess, if I fall in the whirlpool, do I die? Okay. At least now I know. One hit. Maybe I'm supposed to kill them all. It's not really going to help me, is it? This golden sculpture in there. I'm going to guess with the sheer force of the water, there's no way for me to just grab onto it, is there? What about the floor above me? There's no way to get to the floor above me from there, is there? Can go below? No. There is nothing in this room to be able to help me. Maybe I'm supposed to like push this all the way. Okay, no. Can't do it that way. Really gotta put that thinking cap in overdrive on this one. Call these things anyways. Destroy it before it flies into you. It wasn't so bad. Don't think I'll be impressing women with my beautiful hot tub, but this is okay. Don't ask me why, out of all the lines from GTA 4, that is one of the ones that just sticks in my mind. not right. I'm sure there'll be more hearts later, so I will get them later. You done? Okay, I could use arrows more in all honesty. Arrows cost money. Hearts you can get for free. However, you can also pay for them. But I just find it so weird. I will just kind of randomly jump despite wearing the heavy boots. Press the big red button. It will do something amazing. Even among obscure references, I feel like that's an obscure reference. Like maybe 2 people are gonna get it. I'm definitely with the video game donkey sometimes. The way it's just like, Nintendo, what the heck is this aiming? Of course. No. Where is the Tektite? I know there would be more. I can't stand it. I feel like I kind of made Peter Lorre Scottish. Anybody gets that reference. Good. Just in time. Wait a minute. I was about to say, that can't be it. Just one giant circle. This will probably be the few times you'll hear this underwater. Dang it. They went through the effort of making a Navi underwater sound, but no Golden Skulltula underwater sound. Disappointed! And this is where the last key is, I'm sure. Open! Open! And there we go. With this, I should have everything I need to beat the boss of this dungeon. And I do remember the boss being just as annoying as the rest of this dungeon. At least I got 2 fairies. This should help even the playing field a little, I hope. I probably could get the clam from up here, but... Well, it's nice that it leaves arrows, but under very few circumstances would you actually be able to kill that thing with arrows. Grab on. Actually, while I'm at it, paranoia will destroy ya. anybody knows that song. If you do, I'd say you have good taste. And one of the other songs that I always put in the same category as I find insanely catchy, but I can never remember the name of the group of, is Breaking the Law, Breaking the Law. If a Tektite hits me before I can get across, I'm going to scream. I'll chase that. Bring me up. Wait a second. I gotta raise the water level to the top before I can get that dragon head to be able to get me to the top. Isn't that the case? Let me double check. Yep, that is the case. So, how do I get up there? Get down here! Why won't you die? There we go. There's just something about these water-related levels that just bring out my inner George C. Scott for some reason. I think it's just because he was the master of very angry outbursts. I already got the Ocarina. If you're closer, you can actually hear the dragon head raising itself. That would have been epic if I would have been able to get that in one swoop. Okay. That's right. Already got both jars full, so I'm thinking there's a bit of a puzzle. There we go. Can I just walk up there as normally, or okay? Okay. Perhaps the heavy boots would give me enough traction. Okay, no traction. It's enough for me to just kind of jump up there, is there? Well, get the pattern down. Just gotta be lucky. Look out, this is a normal water over there. Do I have to jump in, or do I just walk? Suppose I do have to get in the water. Come on, where's the boss? There we go. Where is the trigger? behind you. Giant aquatic amoeba. Let's see if perhaps using the hammer to smash it will make things. I got more room. And this is why the boss is annoying, because you basically just have to wait till this cutscene is over. In all honesty, it's probably easier if I stand aside. How to do this? Maybe if I just stay as far away as humanly possible. Right, I'm just like, let's just use the hammer. And then I don't. I have no way to substantiate the claim, but part of me gets the feeling I do more damage if I hit it with the hammer. Come on. Watch out for the tentacles. Yeah, of course. Look, I know I'm dead. Do I have to say it in Japanese? Omaraya Shindo. Although I think that's Japanese for you're already dead, not I'm already dead. Yeah. Let me go! I don't get it. I'm pointing the hook shot directly at it. Why isn't it connecting? Ouch. This is why get the fairies. Yeah, it's too far. Just kill me, damn it. I know I'm dead. What the? How did I survive? I'm like right on top of it. It's kind of a blessing and a curse that you get this long of a range. How much longer? I see a tentacle forming, so I'm gonna just stay all the way over here. Come on! If I'm far away enough. Woo! Yes! Oh man, I was talking about like the various blemishes of this game. I don't mind the challenge of the temple, but this boss can do whatever you think is the grossest thing possible. Same with the Majora's Mask equivalent, in all honesty. Messed up a little bit, Link. You did well. Just gonna say, I want that heart container first. You got a heart container. Maximum life is increased by 1. Well, I guess this means the engagement's off then. Link, I would have expected no less from the man who chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. Unlike the Gorons, who were able to just go right on living after I defeated their boss. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you You're searching for Princess Zelda. You two-timer? You can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive. You can sense it, so don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectively. With my undying love. Receive the water medallion. Ruto awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If you see Sheik, give him my thanks, okay? Kinda makes you wonder, did Sheik know that Princess Ruta was going to be the Sage of Water? Because I find it interesting that the only Zora that survived ended up being the Sage. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it. Did Ruto want to thank me? Let's see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. You're a power couple. You should have married her. Why are you after Zelda? Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All as it was here. Sneaky, sneaky. Got all the way up in the tree without me noticing. Well, I'm assuming this isn't the morning sun, but I can try it at least. Dang. It's the one thing I want to do before ending. Just gonna use up this day. In the meantime, I think you can actually go to where Sheik was standing. That'll give me something to do for the night. What on earth? Where should you aim to get up there? In all honesty, I have to like get a grappling hook to get up here and all this other stuff. Sheik was just able to do it by willpower. Oh, that's the entrance. That was the jewel I shot to get into the water temple. The sun is rising. When water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light. Okay, come on. There it is! see it, Navi. You don't have to highlight it. Maybe this is something you can read. You got the fire arrow. Set it to the sea and your arrows will be powered up. Oh, that is nice. Well, since I still have just a little bit more time in the camera, there is something I want to try before concluding. So probably the main thing to note is that, well, as may or may not be obvious, the next thing I will be doing next episode will be I believe it's called the Spirit Temple. Whichever one is in the area of the Gerudo. However, note that I will not be doing the whole thing, as I want the Big Goron Knife. But anyways, I at least want to get started on the first step. Just hope that Epona can hear me from this far away. Ah, there you are. Where's Epona? Come back here, Epona. Let me try that again. Oh, there you are. Good horse. Thank you. Now, for those of you that may have an idea of what's going on, it'll probably be pretty obvious. But, from what I remember, there's two ways to get across the bridge. The first is with the hook shot, and the other is running at full gallop. And I want to test that to see if that's some sort of Mandela effect or if that is legitimate. It's a lot less grand without the Spanish guitar. Which, come to think of it, why is the tune associated with Gerudo Valley something with a Spanish influence? Rather than, well, I don't know, it seems like a lot of them are based off of Middle Eastern culture, so I figure, you know, maybe something a bit more Egyptian sounding, or, Yes! Good horse. I'm a master craftsman. Those Gerudo thieves, they broke the bridge. I want to fix it, but all of my workers are gone. They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gerudo fortress to become thieves. Hey you, if you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Sure, I'll let you know. First, I think I should rest for the night, maybe and have some nice chow. So what's your story? I am the Wanderer. I'm the wandering running man. I've run all over this land in search of competitors who have true killer instinct. I came here to run through the haunted wastelands, but it doesn't look like a good time for that. Though, I want to go back to Hyrule Field. The bridge is, well, you can see it from here. Come to think of it, how in the world did you get here? So I'm stuck here inside this tent. I don't think I can accept your challenge right now. Now that seems like a lovely place to call it an episode. So, until next time, keep having fun.